Hi everyone, I'm Katie and welcome to my channel. So first off, two things. One, I apologise now, my neighbour is reading to her kids in the garden. She's trying to get them to take a nap and they are screaming twins, so this could be interesting, but I think they might be settling down. Secondly, I only got 2 books read this month and I'm really disappointed with this. It is kind of like not one book's fault, but I will explain. Basically, the reason I didn't get that much read was because of my first read, The Fellowship of the Ring. Oh, I don't know what happened. When I read The Hobbit, I conquered it and I felt this amazing sense of achievement and I was like, oh my god, yes, because I got on with it so much better than I thought I would. I got on with the text, got on with the language, and I was really surprised and I was really proud of myself that I had managed to read it in like 2 weeks, and I was like, yay! So I guess because of that, I don't want to say I had high expectations of this, but I thought, yeah, I'll get this done in 2 weeks as well and it'll be fine. This book actually took me, I think, just over 2 weeks. I was getting, I think, to like the 3rd week and I was like, oh my god. Seriously? This is happening? It was like the third week of June, and I just thought, oh god, I still haven't finished this. I actually found the writing really different from The Hobbit. It felt much more old-fashioned, the way they talked. I really struggled with bits. I found a lot of it quite slow. I think I started skipping over bits because I was just so confused and I had no idea what was going on. But then there'd be other parts and I'd be reading it and I'd be so absorbed and I'd be like, yes, and I'd be ploughing through it. Definitely towards the back end of the book. I guess maybe because this is the kind of the start of it all, the start of the journey, the start of the quest, maybe that's why this one was a little bit slower. Maybe the other two will sort of pick up once, you know, their quest has been decided and they've gone off on their separate ways. I did still enjoy this book, despite my struggles with it and the fact I felt it was a bit slow. I did actually still enjoy this book, which is a really strange thing. I guess, you know, I haven't seen the films in so long. I mean, we're talking teenage years sort of thing, so there is a lot from the films I remember and kind of are a bit fuzzy about, and it's nice obviously to get like the added like extra bits. Obviously Radagast was introduced in this book, whereas obviously he was introduced in the films in The Hobbit because they couldn't fit him in with it, so that stuff is like kind of cool. And listening to sort of reading Gandalf's tale with sort of finding out his information and his suspicions about the ring, it was really cool, and it was sort of like slowly building, you know, when they were at the council. It was quite cool, but I just at some points just was like, what is happening? The next book I finished, I had 2 to pick from, and I obviously went with The Beauty and the Beast, the beautiful illustrated version by House of Mina Lima. I haven't technically finished this. I've got like 20 pages left and I plan to finish this later, but I wanted to get this video done. This is again another really strange one. The language is, again, it's very old, so I really struggled with this and to understand what the hell was going on with the plot. And every friggin' fairy in this book is called the Fairies. I didn't know if she was referring to herself or to someone else. Got so confused in parts, but it's fine. I understand it. It's all good. The story is so different. Really quite different. At one point, because all they did was refer to her as the fairy, I didn't know which fairy they were talking about, I got confused in the plot and I was like, well, why would this dumbass fairy do, like, put the curse on him because he doesn't, like, want to love her, and then help him find a way out of it? I was like, what? But then I've read the stuff I read down my lunch break and I was like, oh, okay, this now makes so much more sense. It is a nice story, and I suppose nice in the sense of, because I obviously know like the Disney Beauty and the Beast, that version, it is quite nice, I guess, not to be reading literally the same thing. However, I kind of missed that version, but it is still like a really cool tale and stuff. I am thinking about doing a review on this because the story is different and because of the amazing artwork that is like in this book. It is just absolutely gorgeous. A House of Mina Lima have just even like the interactive bits aside, which I think are quite cool, just the illustrations itself, like that enough would have so sold me with this book. It's just out of this world. That is it for books that I read in June. So looking into my July reads, I will obviously be picking up Infinite Days by Rebecca Maisel from the reads I would have wanted to read this month. So yeah, I will be reading this. So this is the one about the vampire queen who wants to sort of regain her mortality, and her vampire family who aren't thrilled with that. I did talk about this a little bit more in my previous video if you want to check that out. But yeah, I will be kicking off the month with this book. I might be able to get a little early start on it possibly this week, seeing as I don't have much left of that book to go. So I've kind of hit this weird stage, and this doesn't normally happen to me, but I am technically really close to finishing the books I wanted to read for the year. It's just a lot of like the finishing of the sequel, so the finishing of the Lord of the Rings, the finishing of the Wizard of Oz, and the finishing of that series. I feel like I read the really good books at the beginning and I really should have staggered them, but I was so excited to start them, I stupidly could not wait. So I'm kind of at this weird point where I'm like, I just don't really know what to read, and I think after the Fellowship of the Rings, I'm feeling a bit like, I don't know. So this month I have decided I'm not going to read the next one. I'm going to leave that for the following month. I think I just need a break from it and to just be like, okay, like, So because of that, I'm going to pick up the third bind up in the Wizard of Oz. Like I've said before with my previous like wrap-ups and stuff, 3 books, about 200 pages each. They're really easy just to get through. They're very simple, not much brain power is required, and I feel like I kind of just need this just to reset and just recharge my brain and just be like, okay, right, here we go, like, done. I am very much stuck for my next 2 books. I don't really know, so I'm thinking I'm going to do a poll on this and then you guys can sort of help me out. My book choices are Uprooted by Naomi Novak and The Beast Player by, again, the name I refuse to say because I'm totally going to butcher it, but I swear to God I will do it one day. I don't know why, but I really wanted to read this one in like winter. I don't know what it is about it, but I just envision reading it in winter. I don't know why. However, I do really want to read this. I think I'm leaning to this one more because I want to read this one in the winter. So I may read this one, but I will put out a poll on here and I will put one out on my Bookstagram as well, to sort of see what people are thinking, because I'm kind of stuck. Looking at the rest of the year, I am again really stuck on what to read. I know what I want to read at Christmas, aside from whatever is in my to be read pile for the year. I think my belly's gonna rumble. I'm really sorry if that happens. Just the rest of the months I'm really not sure on. So I think I'm gonna start picking some books that I've bought recently, I don't know, but I'm trying to just get through it and I'm a little bit stuck. But yes, please vote on these 2 books. That would be very helpful. I think for once in my life I've managed to do a very short and sweet video without rambling and getting too sidetracked. Yay me, well done for once. I would love to hear your thoughts on what I've been reading. If you've read The Lord of the Rings, well, the first one at least anyway, please tell me your thoughts. My friend is obsessed with them, so it'd be great to get another perspective on it. Did you have the same struggles I did, or was it just me being completely a banana? Because I really don't know. In the comments, I definitely want to hear from you, especially if you've read The Beast Player or Uprooted. I'd love to know your thoughts on it and which one you think I should be reading, because I love to hear from you guys and what you all have to say. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video, then give me a thumbs up. It's always welcome. And if you are new and you want to subscribe and follow this weird kind of strange journey we're on, then come on, join the fam, have some fun with me, and yeah, let's see where this goes, because let's face it, I am just, who knows. Until next time guys, bye!